just ready to shut down and go do and take care of what I need to do for the day, something else pops up. And I said, and before I forget it, since I've been home, that's another story. But I notice every time I'm ready to shut down and just try to get my day going, I'm back at this again. Oh my God. This is interesting. I found this one. I found this one. Heavy D connects to Diddy. This time I'm just going to play the video. And after I play the video and everything, I don't own the rights to this video. Oh man, I forgot to tell my mom to come on in. But I don't own the rights to this video. Okay, this is for research purposes only and entertainment. Um, oh boy. Please. I loved me some Heavy D, y'all. When he first came out with his Jamaican little hip hop, way of doing things, like how he combined the hip hop culture into the reggae culture, like how he collaborated that, how he brought that into the industry. And let's hear his story. She snuggle up and get stuck. Believe it or not, here comes a brother with pro. A snuggling, bubbling, overweight love. Nothing but love for you, baby. I got nothing but love. I want somebody to love me for me. Not because I'm MC Heavy. I should have kept it real when I was with you. Instead I dissed you. So now I miss you, true. Like 8-hour days for 6 weeks, just getting in dance steps, trying to get my wind back up.
He is the larger-than-life hip-hop icon who had swagger, style, and serious moves. We're talking about the legend, none other than Heavy D. Not only did he dominate the rap game with his smooth flow and feel-good anthems, but he also broke barriers, proving that big guys could own the spotlight with confidence, charm, and... I lied. I said that when I get 80, I won't be listening to no hip hop. So instead, I'll be with the R&B. But to be honest with you, this kind of hip hop I will listen to because you're going to hear the words of what he's saying. So clean, so well done. No cussing, no gang violence, no none of that. This is why I hate using this phone, but we're going to go on and listen to his story. Killer dance moves. Heavy D was the ultimate triple threat. He moved from being a performer to a music executive and even an actor. We're talking about a career that influenced hip-hop and R&B. But hold up, his story isn't just about platinum records and red carpets. Oh no, honey, Heavy D was at the center of some of the biggest moments in hip-hop history, from rubbing elbows with legends to unexpected Hollywood cameos, and even a shocking twist that left fans heartbroken. So, what really happened to the man who made Now That We Found Love? 1, 2, tell me what you got. Let me slip my corner side, you slap and hit the jackpot. A worldwide anthem. Born Dwight Arrington Myers in Jamaica back in 1967 to nurse Eulalie Lee and machine technician Clifford Vincent Myers.
And then my mother's family is from St. Elizabeth, Dallas Valley. Okay. And my father's family is from Mandeville. Okay.
Heavy D was practically destined to bring flavor to the music scene.
I'm going to give you 1 year. And if you make it, I will be supportive. But if you don't make it, you're going back to college.
In the early 1970s, his family moved to Mount Vernon, New York, where he got a taste of the raw energy of 80s hip-hop.
And you're going to find out about this. Mount Vernon is actually the suburbs in the Bronx. Is actually the Bronx.
While still vibing to the reggae, ska,
Let's get together
and dancehall beats of his roots. And trust me, this combo defined his one-of-a-kind sound. Heavy D wasn't just a rapper, he was a whole movement. By the late 80s, He formed the legendary Heavy D
And
the
the
Boys,
Boys.
the crew that kept hip-hop grooving through the 90s.
Notice how clean that we kept every verse, but if worse came to worse, we all said it down.
At the heart of it all, Heavy D himself, Mr. Smooth, Mr. Swagger, Mr. Nuttin' But Love. Backing him up were the ultimate hype men, G-Wiz, Glenn Parrish, and Troubled T. Roy, Troy Dixon, plus the mastermind on the beats, DJ and producer Eddie F., Edward Farrell. Together, they had fans vibing all across the U.S. with their infectious energy, dance-worthy jams, and feel-good anthems.
Microphone check 2, 3, you can't see what I can see.
Heavy D coming up wasn't all smooth sailing. He and his partner in crime, Eddie F., were out hustling to break into the industry. And get this, Russell Simmons wasn't feeling them at first. The nerve. But don't worry, because music mogul Andre Harrell saw the vision and signed them to Uptown Records in 1986.
His head was charming. So the first time I met him over the phone. He called.
Fun fact, they were the first artists and group to be signed by Uptown Records. Talk about setting the bar so high and a game changer.
Head was just, even my first artist, he probably, as much as I taught him the record business, he probably taught me the record business because I had to manage him and get him from zero to hero.
Yeah. You was first an artist on Uptown.
Right,
Okay,
the first artist.
the first artist, all right.
Heavy D was also a power player. While still killing it as an artist at Uptown Records, Heavy D had major influence behind the scenes. In fact, he's the one who convinced Andre Harrell to take a chance on a young intern named Sean Diddy Combs. And we all know how that turned out.
He was really a student of the game. Mm-hmm. And he worked really, really, really hard.
But Heavy wasn't done making boss moves. He eventually became president, CEO of Uptown Records when the CEO stepped down, where he helped shape the sound of R&B and hip-hop in the 90s.
And Joe the C's on MCA. And myself, Onifa, So For Real, McGruff stayed at Uptown.
And let's not forget the iconic production lineup that blessed their sound. Heavy D had Teddy Riley, Marley Marl, DJ Premier, and even his cousin Pete Rock dropping beats, plus the group's own Eddie F. crafting fire tracks. That's an all-star team right there. But Heavy D didn't stop at just making music. Oh no, he had an eye for talent. He played a huge role in developing the boy band Soul for Real, yep, the legends behind Candy Rain. Even serving as executive producer and writing several songs on their breakout album.
Jay-Z Guns N' Roses record with Lenny Kravitz.
That was you.
I produced that.
If you two flow like you was out of your mind, yo. You smash that one down.
Beanie Siegel, Feel It in the Air.
Oh, smash that one down. It's like the John Block sit on me. I hear this voice in the back.
He's the one who discovered the R&B queen Monifa. Talk about legendary taste. Did you know Heavy D was not just a hip-hop legend, but also a devoted father? In 2000, he welcomed his daughter, Z Myers, with none other than celebrity chef Antonia LaFaso. Those closest to him swear he was the ultimate girl dad. Music journalist Dream Hampton even spilled that Heavy D never missed breakfast with his daughter, like almost every single morning. But let's not forget, Heavy D was a whole heartthrob. He wasn't just about the music. Despite his larger frame, he confidently declared, "My sex appeal has nothing to do with looks. It's more about personality. I feel sexy." Now that's the energy of. Now, before rap features on pop tracks became the norm, Heavy D was already making history. Back in 1989, he teamed up with Janet Jackson on her hit, All Right, proving that hip-hop and pop were a match made in music heaven. But wait, it gets even bigger. In 1992, Heavy D brought his smooth rhymes to Michael Jackson's track, Jam. From the Dangerous album.
Michael was looking for me, seriously, for like a month.
and I thought it was a prank. I swear to God, because I just did the record with Janet.
That's right. The King of Pop and the Overweight Lover on the same track. Talk about legendary status.
Let's get together and them sugar that song. Welcome the king of the dance hall.
Heavy D wasn't just making music. He was breaking barriers and setting the stage for the rap pop collabs we love today. And if that wasn't enough, Heavy later leveled up again, taking on the role of senior vice president at Universal Music.
President of Uptown, but now you VP of Universal. But that's
Senior
like a
VP,
that's like
yeah.
a senior VP,
Yeah.
all right?
Securing his legacy, not just as a rap superstar, but as a true industry mogul. Industry insiders whispered that Heavy D's clean-cut image made him a target. He wasn't out here beefing like Tupac and Biggie. He was securing bag after bag.
They respect the fact that you could come out and pretend to be this, that, and the other, and they'll buy it for like 5 minutes, you know what I'm saying? But after that, they'll be like, oh, he's fake.
And while that made him loved by mainstream media, it didn't always sit well with some hip-hop purists. But just when he was on top of the world, tragedy struck. 1990 was a dark year. Heavy D and the boys lost one of their own, Trouble T-Roy, after a tragic fall.
And Troy passed away.
I
in a
remember
tragic
when that happened.
Accident.
A tragic accident.
Tragic. But it was a total accident.
If that name sounds familiar, it's because it inspired the classic They Reminisce Over You, T-R-O-Y,
You what I'm gonna do when they reminisce over you, my God.
by Pete Rock and CL Smooth. That's to date regarded as one of hip-hop classics.
TROY is a hip hop staple.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, like that. You're not gonna find too many better records than that.
Dixon's death also led to a tribute on the follow-up platinum album, Peaceful Journey. Heavy D was devastated after this tragic loss, and many say he was never the same. In 1991, there was yet another heartbreak for Heavy D. What was supposed to be a feel-good charity event for AIDS education turned into an unthinkable disaster. Heavy D's charity basketball game at City College of New York attracted way more people than expected. Around 5,000 fans showed up.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Completely overwhelming the venue that should fit around 2,000 people. The chaos led to a deadly crowd stampede, tragically taking the lives of 9 people.
Like a few times I thought I was going to pass out because it was hot on that staircase. You know what I'm saying? And when they closed the doors, I knew someone was going down.
A media frenzy,
In the
finger
train
pointing
station.
between promoters, the city, and the college. And of course, unfair stereotypes, blaming rap culture for the tragedy. But legally, a judge ruled that City College was 50% responsible, while Heavy D and Sean Diddy Combs were hit with the other 50% of the blame. Families of the victims received settlements, including a $40,000 payout from none other than Diddy himself. The scandal ended the careers of several City College officials, forcing the school to rethink how they handled student-run events completely. And as for criminal charges, surprisingly, no one faced criminal consequences despite the massive loss of life. As for Heavy D, all these events took a toll on him. He took a step back from music, focusing more on acting.
But my friends call me Heavy.
Children can be so cruel.
And let's be honest, he killed it on screen. From Living Single
Thank you for this special day. We can turn to those who are closest to us and give them what they need most. Amen.
Amen.
to The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air,
I'm throwing this formal dinner party. And when it comes to cooking, Bo don't know diddly.
I think that's pronounced diddly, 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 diddly.
to
Diddler.
starring in Tower Heist,
DC, goes out every year to spend the holidays with his daughter.
Are you sure?
There's no one here today, ma'am. It's Thanksgiving.
with Eddie Murphy. Heavy D proved he was more than just a rapper, but behind the scenes, there were warning signs. In 2011, Heavy D made a surprise return to the stage at the BET Hip Hop Awards.
It's not like riding a bike.
I remember that
I was
that
in rehearsal for
performance. It
6
was
weeks, 8 hours a day.
awesome.
Fans were hyped. He looked good, sounded good, and it felt like the comeback we'd all been waiting for.
I got nothing but love. I got nothing but love for you, baby.
But just a month later, tragedy struck. Heavy D collapsed outside his home in Beverly Hills, rushed to the hospital.
And hip hop pioneer Heavy D died last night. Heavy D was only 44 years old.
The cause? A pulmonary embolism, a blood clot in his lung that doctors say may have been linked to a long flight from London. He also had arteriosclerotic cardiovascular disease, which only made things worse.
He didn't die natural causes. He was murdered or killed or whatever.
At the time of his passing,
There you
Heavy
go.
D weighed 300.
That's what I'm talking about. Heavy D was too much of a bright man. He loved life. He loved music. He was a like they said here, all the great things he was doing. He was a very educated man. He was very articulate. He was from Jamaica. He had his Jamaican roots. He, as most important, his family, parents and his family always instilled his life with, gave him a Christian foundation, and he was just going on. But look who he was hanging out with, y'all. Look at who Heavy D was hanging out with.
44 pounds, which doctors believe contributed to his condition. And before the rumors could start, no drugs or alcohol were involved in his death. Just a tragic mix of health complications that took him away far too soon. Fans were stunned. 1 minute he was performing.
A month later, when he was coming back, all of a sudden he dies.
Gone. At the time of his passing, Heavy D's net worth was estimated to be $6 million. Earnings from his music, acting gigs, and business moves. But let's be real, his true legacy isn't just about the cash. Heavy D was a game changer in hip hop, proving you could be a chart-topping, fun-loving icon while keeping it real and positive. He paved the way for bigger-bodied rap.
I told you. Look, y'all. You know these videos popping up on me like this. Let me tell you something. I've been talking about like Diddy and Jay-Z, and of course, you know, all the stuff that's history that went on during the R&B and the hip hop movement, how they were growing, you know, the things that were changing, things that was coming in and things that was going out. Like his music was clean. He was giving nothing but good vibes. He was making sure that his message was getting out to the world, and his message was bringing nothing but good energy around the music. It wasn't all of that. We didn't hear all of this stuff. You see, the only reason why these people lost their lives because they didn't make sure that the place was going to be safe. Is a certain amount of space they supposed to allow people in when they giving big events like this, and they didn't take care of their part. But that's about the only real legal problem that I ever heard when that situation happened at City College, whatever. So, you know, the trains was all tied up. It was a crazy night because I was there. I lived through this history, y'all. So what I'm saying is that this R. Kelly, Diddy, Jay-Z thing is way bigger than just R. Kelly. It's a whole lot of stuff that was going on in the music, behind the music, that was happening. A lot of crimes were going on behind the music. That's what I'm saying. Ugh. Diddy can't talk. I mean, Heavy can't talk because Heavy isn't here with us anymore. But Diddy can. You understand? Diddy and even some Jay-Z, because they came from that culture, that world with that culture. R. Kelly wasn't there with them like that. R. Kelly was on the R&B side, but he wasn't out there with the rap game. Like, I mean, his album, his brothers and all of them worked with him in the sing with that, with trying to bring that into his music and the R&B. So he got a little bit of that in there with him. But the thing is that when all of this was taking place, and Heavy D and R. Kelly are both in the same time in the age group and everything. Only difference is that Heavy D, while he was doing this, growing into his rap game, brought up from, excuse me, Jamaica. You know what his mother said. If his mother said, if you're going to come here and mess your life up and get all caught up in music stuff, you're going back to Jamaica. You must sing your back. You know what I'm saying? That to distract, and your education is so important. And when you know them parents put that in their children, come here and try to do something great with themselves and don't mess their life up and have their parents, their family suffering back because their families depend on them to help out and send money back home to help out with the family or whatever. See, these are the things they were taught. We were taught, I was taught that too in the United States. I was taught to take money and, do it the way we have to do it to take care of our family. Our mothers, the money ain't supposed to be just only going to you. The money's supposed to go out and do outreach. It's supposed to take care of support your family members too that's going through some. I ain't talking about just any old family member, but what black culture was, most black culture was taught that. Those of us who had given um some foundation of morals and principles and things that we should be doing to help our family instead of doing the things we do doing, buying gold chains, buying nice fancy cars, being out here showboating, and your family starving. Y'all out here with gold chains on, buying $300-400 sneakers, putting it on some other family table, some millionaire or whoever table, and your family over here hungry. Your kids need to get out of this ghetto. Y'all need to buy a home. Y'all need to buy some real estate. Y'all, things of that nature. This is how you build your life up. But y'all got gold chains on, and your people over here hungry. But anyway, Heavy D wasn't that type of person in the music industry. He was, like they said, he was building pioneers. He was just building up culture and language, things, making us shine in a better light. Not all the discuss. And then as soon as you notice that Diddy came into the game, into the hip hop world, when he took over with Uptown Records with Andre Harrell, the hip hop culture started changing. Here came all this drama with Biggie, Tupac, all this about women, Tupac coming in there with all them rape charges on him, with girls, females being raped, and y'all love y'all artists. And I'm going to keep telling you that. You love your artist. You love your Tupac. I love Tupac too. Well, I loved Tupac too. Okay. I wasn't a fan, but I did love Tupac as well. But him and Biggie, it all started. And then those people from the West, from over there on the West Coast with the rap industry, how they came with their culture, and with our culture over here with the rap cult, with the music and what they were selling out there. The first ones I saw that came as soon as the rap music went across the states, and I started seeing all these other rappers coming up from the West Coast. I mean, yeah, the West Coast. That's when all the violence started. That's when we started hearing about bodies dropping and killings and murders and everything. And now it's even gotten even more darker because it's still going on with these little internet rappers. The guy just went and got killed. The guy just recently, about a week ago, got killed, and his little baby girl was in the car. They don't even got respect for a little child. The little girl was in the car with her daddy, and they still came and gunned him down, and his child. This is how evil the music has become for the things that they allow to bring into the culture. It was always fun. It was always a message, something to reach your conscience level. When the rap culture first started, yeah, they had their little battles on the mic because that's the only way they battle. And whoever came out good or whatever, they dabbed each other. They went on about their business. And then all of a sudden, they all became friends. We didn't have the foolishness that they got going on in the rap culture, in the hip hop culture like they had back then. How did it change as soon as they brought Diddy in? Here came the woman with hardly nothing on. And the only person how I could prove that is that I look at Little Kim. These are all the people that Diddy had brought into the culture, the hip hop culture. Because it wasn't this crazy. And this is why they have to tear down that music industry. They have to get R. Kelly. This is not a good time for R. Kelly to, we saying free. I do want R. Kelly, free R. Kelly, but The thing is that he's safe right now. For now, R. Kelly is safe. And they ain't gonna let R. Kelly out at this moment in time by this investigation is going on. They're not letting R. Kelly out. Like, when I say not letting him out, I mean they're not gonna let him out where it's gonna be publicly something that they're gonna do. Okay? This is what I'm saying. On the simple fact that this investigation is going on, so that would not be safe for R. Kelly. That's what I'm saying. That would not be safe for R. Kelly. Because look at this. This video just popped up and I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden, here comes Diddy's in this. And I don't even, like I knew, like I said, I wasn't in a personal life like that, but I know where all most of these artists came from. And Heavy D, I was a fan. I mean, my ex-husband was a fan of Heavy D. He was a Heavy D, like because he used to DJ at parties and stuff. So Heavy D was one of his favorite hip hop, song artists that he used to like to start get the party started with. I used to like black sugar, no wait, black coffee, no sugar, no cream. That's the kind of girl that I like in my dream. Oh yeah, he had. Oh my God, I love me some Heavy D. Don't get me started. hmm And he wasn't messy. He wasn't messy. He was a very confident. Heavy D was a very confident man. But anyway, y'all, let me get myself going because I could go on and on and on about this. So you all have a blessed and wonderful afternoon. You know what? I am going to come back because it's something I wanted to share with you about Faith Evans. These are all Diddy people. Those people that came and made the hip hop world of freaking Sodom and Gomorrah. But anyway, let me get back with y'all later. Love you. Bye bye.